Hey, you guys, this is Rashawn Ellis for News, Views, and Conversations. I'm just popping back in one more time to speak on the subject of Drake. What is going on? What is going on? Uh, I got a lot to say that I'm not going to say, but I will say this. I really don't think it's a good idea for him to be trying to come with the lawsuits, with the whole this thing with Kendrick Lamar, not like us. Fair and square, I believe Kendrick Lamar won the whole diss track situation thing or whatever. And I think it should have been left as that. And I really think that Drake should just take the L. I feel like he is treading in dangerous waters with the lawsuits, with the record labels. We have seen a lot of other top A1 artists go down when it comes to the lawsuits with the record labels. I definitely don't think it's a good move. It's not safe because now that we're here and he's still offended by, him winning the diss situation and now saying he's finding out that they use bots and all kind of manipulation going on in the background through the strings to actually help this happen and they're up under the same record label. It's nasty work in the music industry. Anybody that studies it, anybody that's a part of it in any kind of way or knows anything about it, you're going to learn very quick that it's a lot of nasty work that goes on in the business. And you have to be careful. You have to be careful what you say, be careful what you sign, be careful who you trust. You just have to be careful all the way around. And when you start talking about lawsuits, okay, that's how we got here with Diddy. He sued the liquor company. Again, I don't think it's a good move. It's not a good look. I think he should take the L. I wish Diddy had taken the L because the only thing that this is going to further now is when you don't take the L, and last that I checked, his contract is up to be signed again for another contract. And from what I'm understanding and hearing, he doesn't want to sign it. He thinks he's worth more money. Yeah, you might be, but I don't think you want to bark up that tree with these people. Again, we already understand they don't play fair. It's nasty work in this business. I think he should take the L and move on and move forward because this is not going to end well. From what we've seen, a lot of people will say conspiracy theory. As I always say, conspiracy theory comes from somewhere. Someone saw something, someone heard something, someone knows something. So that's how the conspiracy theories come about. Do your research. When they start moving in these directions of suing the record labels or whatever, as I've said before in previous videos, whatever your vices are, they pull those out. They use them against you. That's why I say don't let people see you do whatever you do. Get help for whatever you do, what you do, especially if it's wrong. Do that, but don't let people see how you move and how you do what you do because they start pulling out your vices, whatever dirt they have on you. And from what I'm understanding now, they're trying to pull out bodies now. That's why Kanye West can say there's no name he won't name because he don't have any bodies on him. Well, now that he's moving in the waters, Drake is moving in the waters of trying to sue the record label. They're trying to pull out the body of excess Tentacion. Again, take the L. Unless you just ready to go and be sitting there with Diddy and sitting there with R. Kelly right now. It's so not a good move. Just wanted to pop in and give you that information and show you one of the videos that I was able to get a lot of info on to pretty much like feed what I already know and a lot of stuff that I don't want to speak on because it's nasty work. It's nasty work. I would tell anyone, be careful. Anything entertainment, be careful. Uh, Sometimes it's just best to take the L. I'm thinking if Diddy didn't go and do what he did, he would be out probably on his 80th, 100th freak off if he had taken the L. If he had have just taken Cassie more seriously, if he had taken the liquor company more seriously, but ego and 30 years of getting away with what you've been getting away with pushed him in that direction. A lot of that happens when people have longevity, time, years of getting away with stuff. But the thing that they don't understand is you're only allowed to get away with those things as long as you obey and you do what you're told. The minute you don't mind, the minute you don't obey, the minute you don't do what you're told, all that privilege that you thought that you had, They pull the carpet right from up under you. And so now that's what Drake is starting to see. Sad, but it is what it is. And I pray he doesn't have to learn much more. Maybe he can withdraw the lawsuits, leave it alone. Hopefully, it's not too late. But I'm not really too sure about that because I really believe once they begin to show that they are a threat, it's over. And then that's when the get back comes. And then we start hearing all the stories on social media, YouTube. And I got to go dig up what I find out and come back and give you a little bit of what I feel comfortable speaking on and about. So, but anyway, check out the video on the latest about Drake and the lawsuits and the whole this thing with Kendrick and him not liking it and saying, hey, I see what y'all doing behind my back. I'm finna shut y'all down. I don't think so. Take the L. I will see you guys in the next video. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.
I think there was some shadiness behind the success of Kendrick Lamar's monster hit, Not Like Us, and he's filed legal documents to get to the bottom of it. Family, what do y'all think about that? Give me a thumbs up if you agree with Drake. Thumbs down if you say, nah, man, they should have left that alone. I'll give you a few moments to think about it. Okay, time's up. Listen, fam. Drake is about to find himself in some really deep waters. Waters that he has never been in during the course of his career. Number one, the first cardinal sin he committed was complaining about the success of a diss record against him. You know, complaining to the label that they did something to help this guy diss record outsell your diss records, outperform your diss records. So how can Drake be so sure that Universal did something shady? Well, according to the docs, Drake says an inside source told him UMG made covert payments to multiple platforms, including radio stations, to promote the hell out of Not Like Us. Well, boys and girls, that's called payola, and it is prohibited by the FCC. Of course, it does not stop people from playing the game. I mean, family, payola has always been around and it's not going anywhere. But what you don't hear is artists, especially successful artists, talking about payola. You don't hear that. The main reason is, number one, artists always want to have an opportunity to have their music played on the radio. If they start talking about payola and stuff like that, nobody's going to want to do business with them. Now, successful artists, even more so, never mentions payola because they ain't going to be as hot without it. There is no way possible, fam, that an artist can stay on top for a decade or more without payola. You can't even stay on top for a year without it. If you go into the radio, you're paying. And now that they have all of these other platforms, I mean, if you want to get some action, man, you know, you're going to have to pay. A lot of times they just call it advertisements, right? You're just paying for ads, but you know how they go. You know, birthday come around, look outside, it's a brand new Rolls Royce in the driveway. And you only making, what? A couple $100,000 a year. Your spouse don't work, but you got a Rolls Royce in the driveway. Where do you think that come from, Mr. Music Director? Anyway, fam, Drake also pointed out that UMG has paid settlements in the past for this type of thing. Like in 2006, when it paid the New York Attorney General's office $12 million for a pay-to-play scheme. In the docs, Drake also claims a whistleblower has accused UMG management of spending thousands in May 2024 on bots in order to get the song to 30 million streams on Spotify. And it also pays social media influencers to promote the song. He alleges the label dropped all copyright restrictions so the influencers could repeatedly post the song, helping it spread like wildfire. Wow. So the question is, what did Drake do to UMG? What did he do over there? Like, did he run somebody hot? Is he talking about leaving and going somewhere else? To accuse your own label of something like this, man, say, fam, that's pretty much career suicide. Especially a label that is as big as UMG. You know, UMG is not just a label. It is a multinational media conglomerate. The biggest and the baddest in the world. So you better believe that Drake is soon going to start seeing a reduction in his star power. Family, watch. I'm not wishing bad on Drake, but I do know that he got to be careful from here out. Because he filed a second lawsuit alleging defamation against UMG, for that song, Not Like Us. Man. This also sets a bad precedence for hip hop. An artist suing over a diss song, that is not a good look, and that's not something that I would want on my record. I want to know who is advising Drake, because they could not have thought this all the way through. If Drake was to look at overall what he's gotten out of UMG, all of the hit records, man, probably got 100 hit records. If he was to look at all of the star power, all of the success, the money, the fame, the access, the options that he's gotten from his affiliation and doing business with Universal, he can look at that and say, you know what, man, that was dirty what they did. I think they did it and it was dirty, but I'm gonna let that ride, man. I'm just gonna go on and take that one. I'm gonna go on and take the shit. I'm gonna go back to the studio and make me another diss song. Something, because Drake's, he got it, man. He a cold boy. He can go in there and make another diss song. He might not get a Not Like Us, but he can get a Not Like Me. He can get, he can get up there. The boy got talent. And plus he got a team of writers. He got a team of producers. He can come up with something hot. He can absolutely come up with something hot. This is something that I would not have advised him to do. This is not good, and it's not going to turn out good for him. It's not going to be proven. It'll probably be thrown out. It's just not a good look. This is going to cost him way more than he's going to earn. And at the end of the day, it's not going to move the needle socially. He's not going to liberate anyone by doing this. And it's going to cost him a whole lot. This is going to cost him, trust me. I would not be surprised if some type of sex scandal came out of nowhere. I wouldn't be surprised if all of a sudden Drake was being accused of sexually assaulting somebody or messing with some young people or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised at all. And I know there have been rumors and innuendo in the past, but it's different when there is a concerted effort from the powers that be accusing you of things. See, that hasn't happened yet. Hopefully it won't happen, but just be careful, homie. You got to be careful. Drake has to be extremely careful because he's not wrestling with flesh and blood, but principalities in high places. No more talk.